It's totally wet from him crying.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally wet.
Well,
His wife even said so.
you don't know the mics here. Hey, let me ask you a question about the mics. They're not board specific. They're just one big mic, right? Yeah. If I sit in his chair, I can look at the crowd. Oh, I didn't. If I sit in your chair, I can look at the crowd.
Whatever you want to sit here, fine. Where do you want to sit?
I can work this. I'll see how.
Yeah. See, she called an hour ago.
Hour and 23 minutes before the meeting.
It's, maybe it's a good thing.
Testing. Can y'all hear me?
How it was last? When you were.
Say that again, Mario.
Testing. Can y'all hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
I'd like to call the meeting in order.
I'll go ahead and call attendance.
Attendance, please.
Sheasley,
Here.
Fisher,
Here.
Voisinay,
Here.
Greg,
Yes.
and Council President Cook is excused.
Mm-hmm. Pledge allegiance to the flag. Please stand. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Second one. Yeah. I want the prayer is one of the.
No, that's not. We do that for the form.
Oh, I thought that the formal. I'm sorry. Hey. Okay. We have a special guest tonight from the Canal Fest. Or two special guests, I'm sorry.
We have a second chair.
Yeah, we do, but it's got, Rick, come on up here, please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
both of you, hang on. We're gonna get you another chair. Hey, Marty, can you go get a folding chair right around in the other office? Please.
This won't stand.
Yeah, I believe you were the one that asked for the list of the nonprofits.
Yes. And I wanted the money, yes. What they got.
There should be enough for everybody.
Here you go. Thanks, Marty. You're welcome.
Jim, before we get started, was this nonprofits or listed nonprofits with financial?
Was financials.
We were looking for financials.
We don't have the financials easily accessible at this moment. Right now, where there's legal action being taken place against our former treasurer. So, I mean, I can,
Just a little louder, I know.
oh, I can give you like
Yeah.
ballpark numbers, you know.
No, it's because your legalities, whatever, that was just in court 2 weeks ago. So it's gonna be a while before anything's settled, that you will have any
Yeah.
numbers, correct?
Yeah,
It'll be a correct statement.
yep.
Okay,
So, based on last year's numbers, overall, City of Tonawanda was down anywhere between 35 and 40%. That being said, most festivals in our area were down at least 25%. So can't blame everything on the way we had stuff set up
right.
here. Shortening the 2 days did a couple things to us. Obviously, 2 days less income, but it also confused the heck out of everybody involved. I mean, people were showing up even in North Tonawanda and like, this was open. We thought it didn't open until Tuesday. So overall, our event suffered because of that. What we are looking for and what we'd like to ask for this year is to go back to 8 days and also bring the rides back to the City of Tonawanda. The reason for the rides is we've been told by North Tonawanda that they will not allow us to set rides on their streets. What it does is safety issues number one, and this was kind of a directive from their fire department. It also affects so many different merchants in North Tonawanda. They're not happy. In the City of Tonawanda, it affects very few because there really are no merchants right there where we set the rides up. No retail type merchants anyhow. So we're asking for that. I know in the past, it's been discussed that Canal Fest isn't what it used to be. But we still bring in 100,000 plus people. So, as commonplace as it seems to you and I, it still brings in 100,000 people into our community. Now, Canal Fest is not all about nonprofits. It's run by the nonprofits, but we do a lot for the community. We run that parade, and that's roughly a $10,000 budget. We have to pay every band that plays. We run the fireworks, and that's $15,000. We don't make a penny off of that. We do a lot of little things that we don't make any money off of. Like Sika Cup, we don't make any money off of that. That. You've been to the Sika Cup, you'll see that there's thousands of people lining the bridges watching that. Unfortunately, last year we had to cancel that because we didn't have the venue available to us early enough. We were, up until last year, the longest continuous running Sika Cup in the entire country. We would like to get back to the Sika Cup. Lots of people complained, lots of people asked, lots of people wanted to participate, but believe it or not, opening Sunday is one of the biggest days as far as boat building. Nobody has to work. They can, work on their boat all day long. So we had to cancel that. What else? What am I missing?
Nothing. Random Lou coming into
And so,
band shell. She brings in a lot of these older folks, and they enjoy that.
You'll see on that list, there's some local merchants that choose to advertise with it in form of sponsorship. There's quite a few of them there actually. And there's also, what isn't on there are the local downtown merchants that participate in the craft show for free. We give them a 10-foot by 10-foot booth and at no charge. And that's not on that list. And I want to say there were 5 plus the American Legion opens a second booth, and Tonawanda Senior Citizens also participates on that craft show, And again, those are free to all those merchants, any merchant that wants to participate. I'm not going to lie to you. We have an offer from North Tonawanda to move the event. Nobody in Canal Fest wants to move the event. It's.
Where they want to go, Rick?
Pardon?
Where do they want to go?
Yeah, that would go to Gratwick. Of course, it wouldn't be Canal Fest without a canal, right? Unfortunately, if that move should happen to take place, we would have to start planning for that immediately. So we're not asking for a signed contract tonight or even within the next week. But if you folks could talk about it a little bit.
The only problem I've had is over the years. It's like, since I've been on, it's only been a little over 2 years. Well, we said we're gonna have a meeting in the fall, so we get all this straightened out, not be in a rush the last couple months to get a contract in play.
Right.
You and I both agreed to that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And suddenly we're in February now, and that's the bad part.
So
What changed? What changed besides the money? I'm not saying whoever that was is stealing money or taking money, whatever. But what changed with the logistics to get here?
I tried to get on the agenda, and I was told not until the new Common Council.
Who said not to get on the agenda?
Well, it was probably John when I asked to get on.
Well, there's other members of the council.
I get it. I get it.
I would listen to you. I respect you. She's only one member. She doesn't decide what the other us do. Even the old council. I mean, we were the old council part of it. I've never heard of that. Have you? And it's just a shame because I want to get things in play. We've got a bunch of issues facing the city right now,
Right. I get it.
monetarily wise, that we have to look at, and we want to get things straight. And as we have discussed, I says I can bend, but I can't bend when there's 8 days. It's all in Tonawanda again. I have problems, and I have problems. I'll go back to originally 23. And not knocking, one person puts a signature on a contract. In 23, they got $52,000. The Carousel Society. We have a great house here, one of the oldest houses in Western New York. We don't get a dime for. And I don't understand this. I've argued this before when I was even on the job. Why are that money, big money, going there?
Well, Carousel is the sponsor for those rides, and they literally do everything that involves the rides. One thing I can tell you about the Carousel is that money does not necessarily stay in North Tonawanda. When Carousel did all the renovation over there, they paid a city of Tonawanda firm like $1.6 million to do that renovation. They also pay for
We paid 1.7.
No.
Carousel,
Paid,
a Tonawanda
Tonawanda
contractor,
contractor.
city of Tonawanda contractor to do the work. So, and along with that, the city of Tonawanda schools, Carousel pays, they have them bussed over, and I don't want to say it was second grade or third grade. They pay for that to come over. So the money doesn't just stay there.
Well, I look at it, even if it was 25,000, 30 years, that's $750,000 that went to the Carousel, and not a damn dime came over here to that contract. All they did, as far as I know, they put a signature to a contract,
Right.
and that was it. Anything different than that, please
No,
advise me.
we forced them to be there at the event, to make sure they're doing what they're doing. But when the public safety folks come to Rich and I with,
Right.
we go to the Carousel and we make sure. We told we've taken security because of the event, and we handle it after we close. We don't use the police departments anymore.
I believe Captain Jamin, isn't there a patrol at night that stays down there?
We have.
Hang on. Usually there's a cop down there.
Really no need because we do have people patrolling the event on both sides to help alleviate the burden on.
But we're still there.
Yeah.
And I trust, I'm not knocking your people. I trust the cop,
Oh, I do too.
you know, and,
I do too.
but I'm just, you understand where I'm coming from?
I do.
And I'll bring you another iota, and I'm not trying to be so negative. Back when this started, the guy named Hurley from what was it, Union or Delaware's, negotiated with Zimmerman, the fire hall. And Zimmerman, what's
Yeah, Sweeney Hills.
Sweet Homes. There was a deal made, handshake deal. 1 year, Sweeney Hills, next one over here. The 10. So Mr. Hurley died before the next year, and that dissipated. I'm just saying, a lot of the money goes north.
This is the first I'm hearing about
Okay.
that. I'm a member of Sweeney Hills. I've been a member, active member for 35 years. I've been on the board of directors in one shape or form for the last 30 years. I've never heard of that either.
Well, I've been retired 24 in the Canal. I was the first worker at Canal Fest, first cop. And, you know, that was the discussion being had. And I guess it's throwing it out there because I want more to come to the city. You want rides in our city? That's the biggest pain in the butt. Captain is, ex-chief, was that true? You know, it's the biggest pain in the butt. There's nothing over in NT that causes major problems. They found out 2 years ago when they had an incident on Saturday night. They called every agency out because of the rides. That's where the kids are. That's where the pain in the butts are. Not at the sausage stand or wherever. You know, so I mean, we get the brunt of all of it. And a lot of money comes this way. Oh yeah, some of these nonprofits, they make out. You know, there's some there in there, and I'm going to give you. I throw it out to everybody. The Vietnam veterans 2 years ago got $750 to give some profit guy to use his name, and I got a funny feeling because at the same year was Republican Party got $1,500. Probably another guy that took their name.
Now
I know the Vietnam. I was there when we voted on it. I'm a member.
we offered it to them because they decided they weren't gonna do anything. We offered that to them.
Okay, all right. That's where I'm coming from. If you get, I want more money to come to the city of Tonawanda. And you know, yeah, it's a great event. I've been there. Well, I haven't been to many recently, but great event for the cities. But we harbor the hardest part of that whole Canal Fest. How do we eliminate that? How do we ease it a little bit on the pain? That's my thing. I don't know.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
Just, so for me, it's a lot to do with dollars and cents. And I realize you guys are in a fix on how quick you gotta go. Is there any talk? Can you share with us? Are you willing to do the same? Is it less because of the finances you're in? Like, to me, it's a money thing. So like, what do you?
It wouldn't be less. I mean, City of Tonawanda got their full share last year.
They want it, I'm sorry,
The City of Tonawanda got their full share last year.
what was that?
Agreed to 25,000
25.
Dropped.
because it was
2 days.
because we dropped 2 days. The original agreement was like 35,000, but when it got cut back 2 days, they agreed to 25,000. By the way, that wasn't our suggestion, and that was, I don't know, Mayor White or whatever. I don't know how it got sold here, but so, and at that time, according to Mayor White, that was the actual cost. So I can't say that's true either, but there was no additional expenses, so we paid the freight.
So I know the police department alone was $30,000, the overtime. At the end of the year report for that. So maybe they anticipated it would, but I can tell you police alone was 5,000 more than that number. But so, I mean, without being specific, it would be at least that much that you're in a position to go. It's not that you're coming in and saying, with what's happened, we can only give 10.
Poverty. No,
We have a contract with the city of North Tonawanda, 35,000.
So then do we renegotiate with them now that all the rides in this, if this works out, that the rides come back?
This is our third year. And that's what it was.
But they're not gonna have the rides anymore. So you're in the same boat as I. If they lose the rides, that's the problem. Right? That's where the money
We'll
is.
have to see where that goes.
So with the rides, I thought they were on Columbia and Tremont.
Yes, it was.
They were over there.
Yes.
What businesses are?
Well, the firehouse is right there for one, which
Okay.
is, they were concerned.
That's Columbia, right?
Yep, they were very
The
concerned
public
about that.
safety end of it, they were concerned about having, what happened was we ended up having 2 campus areas. Ride pit area, because of consider that, and it just taxed the services, and we asked about going back in the Manhattan Street parking lot, and the fire department's concerned that they need to get the ladder truck down there. It's gonna get blocked off and they won't be able to for exposures of the big buildings.
That was the next
And that,
question.
back when we had it in the parking lot, it just affected every merchant down there.
And
So that would never happen again.
so, I mean, we do have business where the rides are. We have the bakery and we also have the computer business. So it would impact all those people. Was there any discussions about splitting rides, kids and adult rides, like?
There
50-50
is,
share?
you know, we have talked about that in the past, but there just is no place for us to set up in North Tonawanda that will, well, they pretty much told us nowhere in the downtown area. They will allow us to set up at Gratwick. which Nobody wants to go there.
Streets, I mean, there's nothing there. Streets, you can't.
Main
Main
Street
Street
has,
DLT, they put the kibosh to that.
Because it's state road, 324, right?
Actually, they were gonna let us go down the far end, but turning on from Main onto Boundary because of detour.
Beyond
tractor
Boundary.
trailers.
Couldn't make it under that bridge.
Well, I mean, you guys know we don't have the landscape we used to be. Pavilion. So I mean, we're cut down a third right there, regardless of what it used to be. So I mean, to me, you'd have to have some share. But it will only, even if it would even be brought to the table, there be some share. You know, NT says no, but I mean, do they want the event to occur? I mean, this has got to be a partnership.
well, I don't know where they would. We've been told we cannot set up in the
And
downtown.
maybe we all need to get
Period.
together, both cities.
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe we all need to get together, both cities, and discuss this. You know, it's
Not a bad idea.
TNT. I mean, it's not T against NT, in the football game. You know, we all gotta be together on this because we all got a common, you know, a common end game here, and that's to, you know, drive people in, help the nonprofits, and, you know, keep the Tonawandas flowing with canal Fest.
I can tell you when the rides are in Tonawanda, the nonprofits flourish. And since the rides moved out of there, city of Tonawanda vendors nowhere near what they would do if the
And
rides
that's
were
what I
there.
discuss,
So
the share.
the nonprofits, not the nonprofits in Tonawanda would absolutely love it to move
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Adults, kids. And, and what room do we have too? So we just talking about the front end, you know, and Niagara, what space we're talking to, you know, with the balance.
Well, that would be the, what is it, between Main Street and Seymour. What is that, Niagara Street at that point? Yeah, and behind the band shell or whatever it is there, yeah,
Behind the what?
Pavilion.
Behind the pavilion, yep.
yeah.
So if we bring the ride in on our side, all of them, kids and adult rides, can they still shorten it to 6 days, run Tuesday to Sunday? Or does it have to be Sunday?
Well, they don't start till Tuesday anyhow.
But they set up on Sunday,
Set up on something.
but then we still have to have a footprint there because there's all the rides there.
But you don't have the kids hanging out because there's no rides running.
I want to see it brought back. I want to see it all brought back. Adult, kid rides, everything. Because the not-for-profit, I spoke to them individually. I've spoken to, I don't know if I won't call them out individually, but I've spoken to a lot of the representatives from these different nonprofits. It hurt this year. It was short. There was no draw. And when everybody said, where are the rides? They went down that road you're talking about, Tremont area, or whatever, where the fire hall is, back where the Remington is. And once they went back there, they got in their cars and left. Like they didn't
So
go
far
back.
removed.
Yeah. So far removed, there was no. And then you have to come over, you have to come back over the Delaware Bridge, which is open to traffic, and try to cross where DC 37 is to come back over to our side and then cut through either Walgreens or the Long Homestead Bridge. But then when you come back over, it's nothing there. There's a few not-for-profits and whatever businesses we have, Mooney's and Hello Sweets. So I would like to see the rides brought back, because we even brought in the lumberjack exhibit,
Right.
and it was 1,000 degrees in the sun. There's no shade. People were sitting there watching it. Once it concluded, they got up, they hightailed over to the North Tonawanda side to go eat. There was nothing left. So it did draw people in temporarily during the show times. I'd like to see it all brought back.
Price tag,
Well, they're going to write the check.
a higher price tag,
A higher price tag. They're going to write the check. So,
a higher price tag.
well, it's not going to be 25,000. It's not going to be 20. The bare minimum is got to be 30 to cover the police. If that's what we have an exact number on the police, then a little bit over on that, because we still have DPW setting up barriers. It is fluid, if I'm right, because Main Street first only closes at Adam. They divert, and then as the craft fair, the car show comes up, then they start closing at Broad. So there is moving pieces.
Yeah, it depends on the event.
Depends on the event and the day. So there is a cost to DPW. Fire's got it.
We would also, if we moved, we would lose the parade. We would lose the Seeker Cup again. Of course, it wouldn't be Canal Fest without being on the canal. I mean, there's benefits to moving also, but
So what's fire do? Like, fire brings in like the Niagara Falls Air Force firefighters, right? They stage where the old McDonald's is. Is that a supplementing our fire department, or?
It's a separate project for that, for a security measure.
Okay,
We supply EMS in full duration of the event, so 2 or 3 people as EMS providers. Our fire prevention officers down there already check fire lanes, making sure the food tents are up to snuff with boats and all that type of stuff.
so in our budget, we left in the budget the ATV for you guys, right?
Yes.
Wait, is that one of those transport ATVs or no?
No, it could be used to get someone out of the festival to the ambulance.
But not to the fire hall and call the fire hall the triage?
Our personnel get around the
Okay.
festival to the need for the place will be.
Okay,
Rather than take an SUV or something that's.
right, through the middle of the crowd, right, you would bring that in.
Yeah.
I was a big believer in the reimagined. The reimagined stunk.
well, back up to that.
Yeah.
We paused it to reimagine it, and then we started it up again. We had no time to reimagine. You know what I'm saying?
But the non-for-profit, the businesses on our side, because we're competing. If you've gone down, what is that? Sweeney Street? No. What street's Dockside on?
Yeah.
Sweeney.
If you go down Sweeney between Webster and their Main Street area, they have all the major. Even TC Wheelers is on that side. They're a City of Tonawanda restaurant. You guys got TC Wheelers on.
The reason why they're on that side, the North Tonawanda Volunteer Firefighters.
Yep.
Sponsor them. And
So even they're getting a chunk of the change. Where then on our side you have VVA, VFW, you have American Legion, Lions Club, and they're claiming there's no one here. And they usually sit on the bridge, right? You guys sit on the bridge. VVA sits with the American Legion on the bridge, right?
No, we didn't do it last
You
year.
didn't do it last year.
No.
Why didn't you do it last year?
We don't have personnel.
Okay.
We're old. We're old.
Okay.
God,
It's past the Alton on the
I'm
bridge. And
75.
the theory was as you cross back and forth on the bridge, you stopped and visited the different vendors. Well, once we took the rides away last year, and I witnessed it firsthand, it was really a one-way flow. And there wasn't really any reason to see the stuff on the bridge. Then you came to our side. If you made depending which way you were looking, right or left, and you headed towards Seymour, there's nothing there except for the Lumberjacks, which only had certain hours, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right, 3
Wednesday, Thursday, there was nothing really there. And then you went to the nonprofits heading towards Walgreens. And if you already ate on the North Tonawanda side at Wheelers or one of those other stuffed pepper place or whatever it was, you came to our side, you went, oh, I didn't know they had food over here. They just moved on. And it really paid a toll.
Can we do it this way? Can we get where the mayor gets together with his department heads police, fire, DPW, and get a cost approximately of what that is and throw it at you. You come back with a solid plan.
I believe the treasurer put something together for Mayor White last year. I believe that's how that worked.
Okay, but
He told me we were right on the money, so
Well-
I don't know what that meant.
evidently with what the mayor,
Right,
the
right,
present
right.
mayor said, we're all $5,000 just for police and not fire DPW, because DPW, you got trash, you got guys in the morning. Dave, I think, what do you got, about an hour in the morning with about 6, 7 guys to clean up? Well, that's taken away from the workforce to do work in the city then. If we can get that tallied, that's just my suggestion.
I get it.
Pardon me? Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, you know, police, fire, DPW, get that together. And we give you a figure and, you know. I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
money is crucial in this city
I
right now.
understand.
It's unbelievable.
I'm a taxpayer, I get it.
You know that.
Right now, today, and then the next week, I'm not looking for a signed contract. I'm not looking for a definite yes. I'm kind of looking for a consensus.
Mhm.
So, because quite honestly, at our next Canal Fest meeting, we're gonna vote on whether to stay or whether to go. If we got 3 or 4 people here that say, yeah, well, let's make this work without committing to a dollar number, we will stay and work our butts off to make it work. We really don't want to move. On the other hand, if we have to move, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So, and I hate to push, you know. Time is of the essence with
Well, that's
us.
what I'm saying. That's why if we meet in the fall.
I
we
tried.
have those out of the way. And if your committee doesn't like it, then that puts us all in a bad light. Puts us all in, I'm knocking you guys, you know,
I tried.
okay, I appreciate it.
Make a request to the acting council president that, assuming the finance was in order, call for a poll, see how people feel.
Temporary, non-binding.
It's
vote?
not binding.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't.
So about a non-binding vote to see how you feel that they've
Not
got
a
a
motion, not a motion, just a random poll. How would you feel if they,
Talk about it, you know, I have a problem with it being the whole 7 days or 8 days or what. All the other festivals in Western New York are quite a bit shorter, and as long as it is, it's more money we spend on overtime, it's money for everything, and that's my concern.
The rides would only be 5 days, not 7 days. So, and that seems to be the sticking point. They don't start until Tuesday.
6 days, not 5, 6 days.
Tuesday to Sunday?
Yeah, 8 days, yeah.
Yes, Tuesday to Sunday.
Just the concerns, right? We got a smaller footprint. All right, so they're not gonna share. We gotta look at how many rides. And then we gotta be compensated. If we get compensated, then, you know, it's back on the table. Need full compensation. Can't keep losing money every year.
Well, I mean, providing full compensation isn't $70,000.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna give you an honest figure.
Yeah, because right now our budget's like $265,000. And to be honest with you, there's 5 of us that raise the money.
Yeah, but I mean, MCs get rid of the rides and they keep their full boat. I don't think
Yeah.
that's fair. We should be, you know, partners here. Although I do care for the nonprofits, very, you know.
And it is a community event. I mean, it's.
Yeah, so keep that in mind, you know, I really would like to see that succeed. Nonprofits,
Yeah.
So we could make the dollars work.
once the mayor comes forward with a figure of police, DPW and any other miscellaneous expenses, I'm in full support of the Tuesday to Sunday, all rides on our side. Bring them in on Sunday, stage them, open up on Tuesday at the conclusion of the parade like we tried last year, and go full boat all the way in. Anything, Jim?
Yeah, as I say, I've always been the naysayer. You know that. You know, always been. I've lived through it all. And all I do is look at the city and the way the budget is now that somebody said last year that, oh, we're doing great shape. We're not in great shape. We're not in great shape.
Well,
You know,
I heard it all.
yeah.
Running for office, I heard it all. So.
Yeah, that's it. I can, I don't know how long it would take the mayor. He's really swamped with everything, trying to transition and all that.
Just, you want the OT plus what they put in, the OT is the easy part.
Whatever costs us,
If
whatever.
you're, if you want the regular time that every department spends, I mean, that could take
No,
some
I'm just-
doing.
What, basically, like, I don't think it's ever been in with DPW that morning. The 6 or 7 men for the hour, you're taking them away from doing work in the city.
We have always paid the overtime.
You know what I'm saying is that, I mean, I think that's part of it. Because we don't get to work from our employees.
But so you're asking, like, police do that, fire do that. There's setups, there's things they do during that. You want that total cost? Like, that's gonna take a lot of work.
Okay, all right. I know you have nothing but time.
I mean, if we
Okay.
can break, two line items, they'll be okay.
Yeah.
You get the OT quick, you don't get that quick, and the additional.
Okay, thanks, guys. We'll get back to you.
Thanks for,
Rick, can I have some numbers? Because, only one person made contact with you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I'd like to if we know, I'd like to let everybody know, not just one person.
yeah,
Okay?
716-523-0896. And Peter,
716-846-4296.
4296.
96.
I know where you live. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
hey, thank you.
No, thank you.
Appreciate the time.
Appreciate it, really. Be open.
Congratulations, Dave.
Thanks.
Okay, we're gonna have communication, but, well, we've got it.
No,
I think
do you want to, council member,
Yes,
do you want to go through and get the sponsors for each resolution, 1 through 7?
yeah, we will in a second, as soon as we have the prayer, I think the gentleman here.
We're still in the informal. So
We're gonna
if you
call
wanna
the
go
formal to
through-
order.
If you want to go through. Okay,
Yep, gonna call the formal to order, but we're gonna have the prayer.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do the spot. Or we don't
Yeah,
have to do it.
yeah.
Well, let us pray.
Your name, sir, I'm sorry.
Michael Dolan.
Okay, Michael, thank you, sir.
William Scott. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering us here this evening. We pray especially during these cold months for all those imperiled or inconvenienced or isolated during this time. We thank you for gathering us for the important deliberations, debriefings. We pray that you would grant us wisdom for the well-being of the residents of the city and for our neighbors. Pray that you grant wisdom and ears ready to listen and tongues with clarity and purpose. That everything we do, you would use this time for the benefit of your children here. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you.
You don't have to do the sponsors ahead of time. We can do it as we call the amendments,
Okay,
the resolutions.
go right to the formal then.
You already went called.
Yeah.
So you got Mario call the roll for the form.
Okay, we have communications from the mayor, communication from city officials and correspondence received and filed. We have the state of the city. Your mic, sir, by the mayor.
Are you good with calling the roll and everything for the phone?
Want to call the roll for the form?
Okay, call a roll for the formal.
Yes, Mario.
Mario, call a roll for the formal, please.
Does he need that? I don't even know.
Mr. Clerk,
Sheasley, sorry, I was on mute.
here.
Fisher,
Here.
Voisinay,
Here.
Greg,
Here,
Cook is excused.
Correct. Now we have the state of the city by the mayor.
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm pretty direct and I don't like to read things to people. You have the state of the city in front of you. I just like to highlight a couple things. I'm not going to bore you and read it out. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and ask any questions you might have. I'm really proud of some of the things we've done in the first month. I'd be lying if I told you it was easy or we weren't working long, long days with my assistant Marty. We've met with developers, we've met with business owners, we've met with department heads. We've met with one union. We have scheduled this week with the two other unions. We're really making progress with the communication and trying to work as partners together. There's a lot of development that we have right now in the hopper with the people we've met. One of the big things that's worked really well is we went to the full-time city attorney. To have someone in City Hall working 40 hours to be able to handle the legal issues has just gotten through so much red tape. It's been amazing. And to a T, whether it's department heads, again, the developers, business owners that have had issues that said, I can go downstairs and talk to a city attorney. It's been fantastic. It's worked. And I couldn't be happier with what's gone on. In the state of the city, and on the campaign trail, I told people that I really felt we had some serious issues that we were facing, and they do exist. We have a structural imbalance of over $2 million. Our unassigned fund balance is healthy, but when you're running at least a $2 million deficit every year just to pay the electric bill, that healthy fund balance will not last. We need to be partners with our employees. We need to be partners with developers. We need to bring business in, but that won't solve the problem alone. We have to have employees have buy-in to what's best for the city and how can we solve this problem. I'm glad I'm here now to try to help fix it. The longer we wait, the harder and more difficult the choices and decisions are going to be. But I really believe when we talk to people who aren't from the city, they are amazed at the waterfront we have and the different opportunities that we have to grow and prosper. We're harder on ourselves than almost anybody else. When someone comes in, like, this is amazing. I cannot believe what you have here, whether it's our parks, really the waterfront and different venues we have. We're excited about the development. We want to keep moving forward. We want partners. Anybody has any ideas, anything? I've been really stressing that please keep sending ideas. We might not be able to do it, but we'll never reject it. We'll never say, it's the old thing, the only bad question is one not asked. The only bad idea is one not given to us, because we've had some folks come in that have just blown us away. Some of it with $1 million price tags that we can't do, but the more ideas, the more information we have, the better decisions we can make. And if I could have one message that I'd like to give the citizens, developers, businesses, everything, the city of Tonawanda is open for business. We want your ideas. We want to work with you and we want to move forward, and we're ready to do that. So please, even though we say we're busy, give us a call because we are open for business. Thank you.
Now we have comments by the public regards to the resolution. Pardon? We have comments from the public regards to the regular resolutions, the motions. Pardon?
You haven't made them yet.
Comments before the resolution?
Before the resolution.
Feel free to make a comment on the resolution.
On the resolutions. Anybody would like to make a comment? Mr. Clerk, do we have anybody on?
No, sir.
Like, say again?
No, sir. No one is
Okay, thank you.
signifying they want to comment.
We have resolution number 1.
Sponsor.
Sponsors, second. Sue, thank you. Mr. Clerk, can you read the resolution?
Yes, sir. Resolved that the common council minutes from January 20th, 2026 be accepted as filed.
Call the roll.
Sheasley,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Gregg,
Aye.
Boyson.
Aye.
Resolution passed. The second resolution by the council remember who, anybody will sponsor that? Mr. Fisher. Mr. Clerk, will read the second resolution, please.
I'm sorry, is there a second?
Yes, Jason,
I couldn't hear that. Okay, thank
Mr.
you.
Boyd.
Resolved that the bills be allowed as audited.
Call the roll.
Cheesley,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
Voisin.
Aye.
Resolution passed. Number 3. And he's number,
I don't like it. We should do council on it.
okay, council. How's that? How's that? You go all right, Mr. Fisher. Mr. Clerk, will you read the resolution 3?
Whereas in accordance with sections 2.025 and 3.051 of the Charter for the City of Tonawanda, New York, the mayor shall appoint officers as the mayor deems necessary or as provided by law or ordinance, subject to confirmation by the Common Council. Therefore, be it resolved that the Common Council hereby confirms the mayor's appointment of Jason J. Lamonaco to the position of city engineer, term to expire December 31st, 2029, at a salary as per budget.
Comment, Mr. Fisher.
Jason, it's been great working with you last few years that I've had. I call you, you have the answers to everything. I look forward to the next 4 years for you. Thank you.
Mr. Clerk, can you poll the council, please?
Yes, sir. Sheasley,
Aye.
Sponsor.
What
Council.
Oh, we want council.
The council.
I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
Fisher,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
Voisin.
Resolution passed. Resolution number 4. Do I have a sponsor? I'll sponsor. Do I have a second? Mr. Fisher. Clerk, read the resolution for number 4.
Resolved, the City of Tonawanda Common Council has reviewed the current intermunicipal shared service agreement between the City of Tonawanda and Niagara County for stormwater management coordinator services, approves providing stormwater management coordinator services to Niagara County for $53,000, and authorizes the mayor to exercise the option to renew the current agreement for an additional year in said agreement.
Poll the council.
Cheesley,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Greg,
Aye.
Voisin.
Aye.
Resolution passed. Resolution number 5. Sponsor. Ms. Greg. I'll second. Read the resolution, Mr. Clerk.
Resolved at the recommendation of the city engineer, Jason J. Lamonaco, PE, that award of change order number 1 for the Swing Bridge Overlook improvement be made to McLaughlin Construction Corporation, DBA, Ed Bauer Construction, at a credit to the city of Tonawanda in the amount of $14,548.41.
Question.
Question, go on, Mr.
The
Fisher.
city engineer, what's the underrun? Like, why are they giving us back 14 grand?
So this is basically just it's a credit that we get at the end. That's more of a bookkeeping resolution. Given the project, there were unused quantities of materials. So we get a credit and we put that in our books and balance the budget so that all the numbers line up at the end. We go to do our reimbursements and whatnot, all just bookkeeping.
So the project's done?
Project's done aside from final restoration. So we're still withholding some retention on the project. It's primarily, I don't remember the address of the lot. There's that vacant lot that's right, lines up with the Swing Bridge.
Yep.
Utilize that residence lot and restoration work still has to occur there. So
Grass seed and mud, because it's the track vehicles went through it.
Yep.
Is there picnic tables and stuff down there at that overlook?
There isn't yet, there's spots for benches that we can add.
Oh, perfect.
So, yeah,
So if they named it after somebody, it'd be a great location.
that's all to you guys.
I just spitballing.
No, really?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, read the resolution, please.
You did.
You did already?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep, I'm ready to take the vote.
okay. Take a vote, please.
Sheasley,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Greg.
Aye.
Voisin.
Aye.
Resolution 6, do we have a sponsor? Seconded by Mr. Fisher. Mr. Clerk, read the resolution, please.
I'm sorry, who is the sponsor?
Ms. Gregg and Mr. Fisher, second.
Thank you. Be it resolved at the recommendation of Katie Schultz, City Assessor, that William Reese of 72 Walter Avenue be appointed to the Board of Assessment Review to fill the unexpired term of Jason Voisin, which expires on September 30th, 2030.
Question,
Under the question, Mr. Fisher,
is William Reese here?
right in the back right.
Thank you.
Okay. Poll the council.
Sheasley,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Greg. Voisin.
Aye.
Okay, right now, any other
I
citizen?
have executive. You gotta pass that. I do have executive.
Okay, the executive, but we'll take comments from the public. Right? Comments by the public? Anything? Anything?
Yeah.
State your name and address, Mr.
Yes,
Simon.
Simon, 6 Plymouth, Tonawanda. Couple of questions. Snow removal. City's done a tremendous job on the roads. Road looks great. What's the city's responsibility on this ever sold, never sold Spalding property? Hasn't been maintained, nor has Riverview, which is not the city's property, it's the school's property. I was here a couple of weeks ago complaining about the trash that's up there, but they haven't done the sidewalks yet this year. Now, just like any other homeowner, they should have to be forced to maintain those sidewalks. And I don't want to hear it's a corner lot, I have a corner lot too, we all have problems. On a secondary note, I was wondering if we could pass a hat around tonight to see if we could get a nameplate for the mayor. You mentioned the last meeting, all you other gentlemen have nameplates, but the mayor, he's drawing a blank here. When they have filming crews here and take pictures, it'd be nice to have a nameplate. We put it in the budget.
Well, I was gonna pass the hat, that's what you wanted.
Yeah, I'll still get the hat.
Appreciate your comments. Anybody else? Mr. Clerk, anybody on Zoom?
No, sir.
Okay. At this time, do you want to take Grande first? You want to take Grande first?
You have to say that we're gonna go to
Yeah.
executive. That has to be a motion.
Okay, yeah, I
Is
know.
there a motion
Go
for
ahead.
executive?
He's
And
got
a
it.
second.
Yes, I'll make a motion, huh?
After we got Spano here, or, the Papa Grandes.
Well, that's in,
Is that for executive? Is Spano for executive or is Spano?
yeah, well,
for-
that's what I'm saying.
Or is he here for,
No, he's here to give you a presentation.
correct, so that'll be, so executive will be after that.
Right, but you have to make a motion that we're going to executive. Then you'll say we're gonna come back, we suspend the minutes or we suspend the
The
meeting.
meeting.
Suspend the
Correct.
meeting. You have to pass that we're going to executive. I
Yes.
said we have executive. You gotta make a motion that this we go to executive and then we'll be coming out to adjourn the meeting.
When do you
When,
want
at what point you
Grande?
bringing Spano in? Spano's gotta go before the executive.
That's after the
We're
formal
not-
council member.
Gotta pass that we're going
Okay.
to executive, not that we're doing executive.
I'd like to make a motion, we go into executive session in regards
That we have
to
executive for personnel or per
Is there a
contract.
second?
contract. Second,
I will second.
Mr. Fisher. Paul?
Sheasley,
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Greg. Voisin.
Aye.
I'm gonna put everybody in the waiting room for the Zoom meeting portion.
Go into executive now.
No, we're gonna go Grande.
Right.
At the end, we're going to executive. We have the motion passed to go
Right.
to executive.
Go,
So
right.
at this time, you don't have to put them in the waiting room.
Okay,
Yeah,
At this
understood.
time, Jim, you're gonna call it.
Yeah,
Special
Mr.
action.
What's his first? I'm
Papa
sorry.
Grande's Jimmy Spano.
Jimmy Spahn?
Sorry, what? Back to informal.
No,
Keep
informal.
it, keep it during the formal. Let's make it.
You have two seats. If you'd like to move the one up, it'd be easier. He'll be a gentleman. Thank you.
So do you want me to just give a little?
Yeah,
background?
please. Mayor.
So that everybody knows, I was approached, this was brought up a little bit last year. Papa Grande's has a business at Riverworks and they're looking at maybe moving it down here. We've had several meetings and I asked the owner to come in and give a presentation on what he actually wants, what he's looking at. And this is his time to shine. Just sell you on this. I think it's a fantastic idea and we'll go from there.
Hi, everyone.
Square. This way over there, community.
My name is Jimmy Spano. I am the owner of Papi Grande's. This is my wife, Courtney Spano, the actual owner of Papi Grande's, the boss of Papi Grande's. Yes. We are looking to relocate our seasonal location, which is down by Riverworks right now. We've been there 4 years. It's been very successful, but it is time to get out of the city. It's ran its course down there. There's been some issues with burglary at the end of the night when we're closed, and it's not what it's meant to be down there. And we love everything happening over down with you guys, and we've scouted out a couple different locations or options, and we absolutely love what's happening down at the waterfront here, and we would love to be a part of it. So my wife can.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you everybody for having us. We're super excited for the opportunity. So like Jimmy said, this is our brand. This is our third location. It's seasonal and we love the waterfront idea. That's where we are now, but it's downtown. It's more of a nightlife scene. This is more of a day to dusk operation. So we see the growth over here and we're thankful for the opportunity to hopefully be a part of it. So Jimmy can kind of talk about like the facilities maintenance aspect of it all.
Yeah, the facilities and maintenance, it would be basically totally hands off for you guys. We pretty much handle everything. We've handled everything for the last 4 years. From the water to the electric to the utilities to the garbage, we can handle it all. We've had the same staff, knock on wood, in the industry we're in for a couple of years now. They're very familiar with it. They love it. They treat it like their own. We have really good people that work for us. It's basically a mobile taco cart with a mobile bar that goes with it. 3 sides of it open up. It opens right up to the water. It's really cool. There isn't really too much like it. Originally, we were going downtown 5 years ago, over 5 years ago now, to have another brick and mortar location. We were working with a developer. COVID hit, and we fell in love with being by the water. We fell in love with this concept, and our developer was nice enough to say, here's a land, give me a proposal, let's see if we can make it work. It was supposed to be 1 or 2 years. He still hasn't recovered financing yet, so his project, what we were looking to do down there, is totally gone. It's time to move on. So we're looking to move it somewhere else that fits better for what it is meant to be. It's only 8 foot high, so if you're looking from the street, it is much lower than the band shell. It's kind of in the same height as the restrooms over there. It's freshly painted every year. It's a very, very professional operation we're running down there.
Jim, what else would you have with that? You know what I mean? You've got the trailer that's basically your food, drink.
Correct.
Yeah, so to describe the layout, it's almost like a pop-up bar and restaurant, but I don't want the concept to come over as, alcohol based. It's family based, and that's why we think this is such a good relocation opportunity. So you have the container shipping container pop-up bar, and then we have picnic tables, Adirondack chairs for seating. We welcome families. We have two little guys, they're 2 and 4. So I bring my boys down there. We have cornhole, we have giant Jenga.
He's gonna hand some.
Oh,
Just so the audience can know what we're talking about.
so, you know, as much as it can be a full service bar and restaurant, it's very much family friendly. We bring our kids down here now to Mississippi Mud and Old Man River, and we love coming down here. And I feel like it can cater to a lot of different patrons, the runners, the boaters. We were part of the Mafia
That's a
boat.
jewel out there.
It's a jewel. It is beyond a jewel out there. It is
It's a fresh,
aces. It is.
innovative. It's easily relocatable, but it's also sustainable, you know? So if we can relocate for the next 5 to 10 years or however long, like the longevity that the businesses down here already have. And also, I feel like it's important to say that it's not competitive. You know, we're a niche food and beverage.
We do tacos, we do nachos, we do a ton of virgin drinks for kids. We do taco in a bag. Like, it is very diverse of what we do. It's affordable. You're not sitting down and spending $100 and having a steak dinner. You're sitting down and having a $5 taco and a $4 Dos Equis, and you're looking at the water.
What?
Dos Equis. You can have
kid beer.
Yeah, Mexican beer.
Yeah, margaritas, my wife will.
Margaritas. We got a lot of margaritas. Yeah.
Down and eat with the
Right.
well-respected businesses that are already here. You
Yeah.
know, like I grew up coming down here, going to those places. So it's meant to add to the overall waterfront where we are now. Just the late night vibe is not really. We want to move away from that and more to a day to dusk operation.
And we have been open. We're always open during the day. I mean, we open every day at noon. We're constantly always open during the day as well. So that's nothing new for us. And that's one of my friends' dad is the bartender during the day. You know, he's wearing his Hawaiian shirt and he's got Jimmy Buffett going and that kind of stuff. And that's what it's meant to be at the core of what we're trying to do. That's it.
Looking at what time to close at night, ballpark.
We would go with whatever time the park closes. I believe it's 9 during the week, 10 o'clock on the weekends, 8 o'clock on Sunday. And we have no desire.
I thought it was later than that.
10 o'clock, isn't it, chief? I mean,
10 on the weekends.
It's chief of police.
We 7 days a week.
Oh, it is? Okay. So, you know, we'll
flexible.
yeah, we're flexible, but we are not looking to push any envelopes. Like when business is done, we wrap up, we lock up. It takes us 30 minutes. The next day we open up, everything's clean, ready to go. Garbage, either totes or however we have to do garbage, we're flexible with that too. We've got a facilities guy that paints this thing every single year. It's our baby. It's something that we really take a lot of pride in.
Now, do you fence this off at all?
Has to be fenced off.
Because of liquor?
Yes, has to be fenced off. There'd be an entrance, there'd be an exit, there'd be signs there. No food, no alcohol behind this point. Having either a, bus person or somebody walking around probably at all times, making sure everything looks perfect. As far as health department goes, as far as liquor department goes, they send us a check sheet. We have had no issues in 4 years with anyone whatsoever. The health department actually had a function down there and they come down and eat. It's really cool what we're doing out there. So it's nice.
I got a lot of questions. Where are you looking to put it?
And we are looking to put it right near the band shelter.
Between the band shell and the bathroom?
Correct.
You remember me from last year?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sure do.
Good.
Of course I do.
Excellent. We went to 3 locations. We went across from Prescott's, and it's Canal Corp land. We went behind Walgreens or something. It's a horrible location. The boats can't get to it. No one will know he's there. Unless they're going to the bathroom up there, they'll never stop to indulge.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to go down to the band shell, and there's a huge lot between the band shell and the bathroom, which is kind of a unique concept. Because what do you guys use for bathrooms now downtown at Riverworks?
We rent. So we bring in porta potties.
And no one wants to have a margarita in a porta potty.
Exactly.
So you can't bring your drink with you, but we have public bathrooms. Not the greatest right now. Conrad, give us a grant to fix them up.
Right.
But right now it's a toilet and a sink where you can wash your hands. You can ride your bicycle to this location, wash your hands, and then go into his establishment. And if you look at the pictures, he's got cornhole and different things. When I make the joke, I walked it off. So what happened was we had to like come up with a footprint. The truck, container truck, food truck, whatever you want to call it, it's 40 feet. He needs a 40 by 100 pad. That's going to be fenced in. The container truck is part of the 40 by 100. Everything else, high end, but we'll just say snow fencing for similarity. And by SLA standards, you can't go in or out of that snow fenced area. And that's why you get the pictures there of what it looks like. So inside this 40 by 100 footprint, there's parking available. It's at on street and it's the parking lot. There's thousands of bikes from Memorial Day to Labor Day that ride through there. It will actually become a destination when someone knows they can ride their bike to this location, use it, not use our bathroom, grab a margarita. I'm not an SLA expert, and we talked about this roughly. The nearest SLA is Old Man Rivers because Mississippi Muds doesn't have a liquor license or beer, wine, however you guys word that. But the nearest place that serves it's a licensed establishment because the other place went out of business. What's that place over here?
Squires,
Squires.
Squires.
Is that what it was?
Whatever.
Squires is out.
Yeah.
So on-premise consumption is the closest one is Old Man Rivers and then Joey's place, if I'm correct.
Right.
So he's well outside that footprint. It's a niche food, so he's not going to be competing with burgers and dogs. It's portable. Not that he wants a long-term lease, right? Am I speaking for you here? But if something happened where we said, listen, after 2 years we can't deal with this, it's sinking, it's crooked, it looks like he can literally put it on a truck and move it out. Then our footprint is nothing but grass seed and soil.
Right.
Last we talked, we had an issue with electric and water. Do you still need the water and electric line ran from the bathroom?
We can run it. I mean,
You guys, if you're going to pay to run it.
yeah, we'll pay to run all that stuff.
Where are you putting your freezer? Is it still on the side of the band shell, on the side of that back door we were talking about? Do you need a freezer?
If need be, but no, I don't believe we need a freezer.
You
Not
don't?
anymore. We've been working towards not having to put anything else down there other than our cart. And we have a couple partners now that can help us with that. We use two very big food companies that are willing to do whatever it is we need to do.
They deliver. Like
They deliver.
This Ghost truck will show up and give you your food for the day or week.
We also have a catering license. We can cook off premise. We can bring it here.
Oh, yeah.
We have a lot of different options with that. But as far as taking up space, we are trying to take up the most minimal amount of space
It's no second floor, right? It's not like one of those container trucks where you walk upstairs and party on the roof deck.
No.
So it's all front.
You gave him an idea.
Yeah, right.
Well, there's some of them that do have this.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not us. We're not trying to do any.
Nope, okay.
Sorry, leaving downtown.
And like what you touched on with the boats and the bikers, we became a huge stop with the pedal tours that are downtown. We were the #1 stop for the pedal tours. They were coming from all over the place to stop with us. Had a great relationship with them. It's just building relationships, building with people that you want to be a part of. And that's what we do. That's really what we do. We have tons of fundraisers. We have dog events. We have balloon artists. I mean, we have a
lot of nonprofits for kids. I try to host like kids events, Tacos R Us, that kind of thing, to bring the families, as much as it can be a bar concept, it can also cater to so many different audiences. And I think that you guys really have that. So that's why we're here.
So if you're familiar where Art on the Riverwalk is, if you were looking at it, you're on a boat looking up towards Niagara Street. To the left, it would end somewhere around the second or third last tent that you have. It wouldn't actually encroach into the Art on the Riverwalk footprint too much, but the Art on the Riverwalk still has room to expand the other direction. One of your members of your board came with me and looked at the area. I don't know who, but they came with me and looked at it and said, if this guy was to put a 40 by 100 footprint there, how is that going to affect Art on the Riverwalk? Is going on just shy of 30 years of a formal art. You know, we're becoming the new Allentown Art Fest with that festival. So we didn't want to encroach on that area. This does not, very minimal encroaches on that footprint. Like I said, I mean, we didn't have Jason, our engineer, out there with us, but I used my feet and pasted off and said, from this point to that point, here to there. And we went, there is plenty of room for everything, away from everything.
Question, do you even put the center cement pad, or do you just have the ground?
So we have a couple different options. One I would love to be able to do, if it's possible, is turf it. We could put turf underneath it, so then it's there all the time. It really fits into the vibe and what we do, the kind of Hawaiian drinks and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, what you guys touched upon, in 3 years, you know, you have buildings going up there, we just pull it and go and bring the turf with us, and then your grass is still there, or we could dump it on the grass.
Okay, my other question is, how do you secure the need?
So, very good question. All 3 sides open during the day, and then they come down at night. Everything is completely locked up. It all gets locked from the inside. There's a door on the back. The back gets completely locked up from the door, and it's done and secured.
And your tables and chairs and everything, do they stay out?
They would stay out. I mean, we could move them. Our tables and chairs are very minimal. They're picnic tables. You know, we're not doing anything fancy over there. We're doing picnic tables and Jenga and cornhole and all that kind of stuff. We don't really
Stack the chairs at night.
stack
just
the
to
chair.
keep
Yeah,
it
all the bar stools come in. They wouldn't stay out. It's not a huge operation at all. It really
What
is.
kind of fence it- and you referred to a snow fence, I'm sure it's
Sure.
not snow, it's the snow fence.
No, I mean, see, that's also something that I
Is
don't,
it aesthetically,
that's something that we can work on. I mean, I'm open to whatever. I don't want to, yeah, exactly. That's what we do now. We do like black post, and then we run the black fencing with it. And even we painted it so that cars at night can see it as they're pulling up. So, you know, whatever, just to keep everyone happy. So it's a very nice looking fence right now. I would definitely don't want snow if possible. I don't think anybody wants
Or better, it's flexible.
it. Oh, sorry.
There's a drain over there, not by the drain. Is there a drain, sewer drain?
Not there is a sewer drain in there. It's not by where he wants to be.
Not by, okay.
Same thing, evenly spaced where the trees end and then the bathroom comes in. That's where he would start the tree ending. And he's still a reasonable distance from that service road that leads to the back of the band shell where the butterfly is painted on it. There's still ample room there. He's a self-contained footprint, so there won't be anything outside. If people set up outside of that, they would just be regular Niawanda Park dwellers that want to hear his music or whatever.
And that's what people do. I mean, we have one-man bands. We have a lot of that kind of stuff that people just sit out and enjoy. And if they don't want to come in the establishment, they just grab a chair and sit on the outside of the establishment and enjoy the music too. So
Is there a following for art? Is that what
I'm sorry, what?
you were saying? There was an art following?
We have an art festival the second Saturday in July every year. It's been going on for 20-something years.
Yeah, so
oh, that's nice.
that
too.
that was one of
Car shows on Labor Day.
our best days downtown was the Music is Art Fest.
Yeah.
So that was one of, that's exactly like, that's the kind of attraction that we look to be there, you know, so that's good, that's great.
So this art fest that they run is a formal art fest, like, you know, not stuff you find on Amazon and stuff like that. It's formal. It's judged, juried, or however you word that. And then they have to actually apply to be in it, and then they're all vetted before they come in, so they don't show up with AI art and stuff like that.
we have about 40 vendors.
Wow.
Yeah, remember the Music is Art?
If you get a moment after you leave here to make a mental note, Google it in the Kenton Bee, because the Kenton Bee does a story on it after it's completed every year, and it shows the picture of and different vendors and stuff. And it's how many years? 20-something.
It was 20 years, it's 21 years.
So, and it's held to a fine art fest. And then Labor Day weekend, we have the American Legion VVA art car show. So you will lose all parking for that parking lot on that Labor Day week, one day of Labor Day weekend, Saturday and rain date Sunday. But it's going to be a massive car show. And there's no rain. I mean, thousands of people come for that.
And the art show, when the vendors are down there, like we help all the time. You know, someone needs to be fed or they're hungry, or we'll help with all that kind of stuff. We're looking to be a part of everything. So there we go.
Like after we started feeding the opera house.
Yeah, we feed everybody over there. It's
Like our food.
it's good.
You know,
Even like 4th of July, the fireworks, like that's the kind of stuff that we're looking to support.
well, we're waiting to see how that works out, because we might hold it to that offer, because the mayor still has to negotiate, because now, because of our finances, 4th of July kind of has 4th of July and New Year's Eve kind of went to North Tonawanda, and we kind of just piggyback on them, where if we had sponsors or different ideas, we could bring more back to us. But that's a conversation to be had at a different time. One of the other things, because we were late last year, I think we met in April or May, you were trying to get the liquor license off the ground by Memorial Day weekend. You said you wanted to have a soft opening by Memorial Day. Now we're in February, so we have the opportunity to really plan this, do it right, get your paperwork in order, and possibly have this thing up and running for even before Memorial Day based on questions. That's something you're looking to do.
we're looking to be down there and get situated and ready to go as soon as, I mean, Cinco de Mayo is our day. That's May.
Oh, so you would look to be open by May 5th?
It's so weather dependent, you
Yeah.
know, if it's a beautiful day and it's 80 degrees, yeah, if it's 30 degrees and, you know, whatever.
Get green beer Sunday and the beer froze.
There you go.
Next year.
Right, yeah,
Couple of weeks.
yeah.
Right,
So
that's-
we want to get down there and get settled as early as possible so we can be successful when we open, so we can have
What kind of contract you looking for?
We're looking for a partnership, the longer the better. I mean, if you guys are open to multiple years or a 3 or 5 year, I would love that. And we're not looking for anything, a handout. We have a budget in mind to be a part of it, to pay rent, to pay our utilities, to pay everything. I mean, this is a sustainable business. We've been open now 5 years. We have 3 locations. But this one's our baby. This is our.
Do you need to put a drain in?
No, we don't.
So you're using gray water tanks or what do you use for your?
We use our, gray water tanks and then you know.
Dump it to the storm or whatever sewer you were talking
Whatever
about?
sewer
County
you have to go to. And that's all. It's so set by the health department. They already walked it. They already said, this is where you dump this, this is where you dump this, and you just.
So you're looking to have a water line put in and an electric line
Correct.
that you would pay for.
Correct.
That would be brought in. But the water then would go to a drain that would then go to a gray water tank. So there's no drainage being put in. There's no.
Nothing.
Okay. And then what else you really need for utilities? You're not heating it. When do you close? Labor Day or Columbus Day? Like
September, whenever the weather tells us to close, you know, once people stop coming, we close up, we make sure it looks good and we close everything up. We get as much out of there as we possibly can and come back in May 5th of next year. So
one of my things is I would like to see a 3 or 5 year contract with an investment like this. But the problem is we have to have some kind of escape clause. I'm not an attorney.
I was gonna say that I think it's important to have that exit language. We don't think we'll need it, but on your end, if, you know, either party can exit within 30 days, no questions asked.
It's not the 30 days I'm looking. I'm looking at for like if we were to invest, we say 3 or 5 year, we sign it today, we get this all up and running. Memorial Day, you put it up. By Labor Day, we have so many complaints. Our only exit plan, then, if it's not in the contract language, we have the SLA shut you down. Like go after a nuisance property and then try to go after you that way, and we have an adversarial relationship.
I think it's really important to have the exit language just.
and we're here to prove ourselves too. I mean, we're in this thing every day. I'm running garbage. We're doing everything. We're here to be a partner and prove to you that we run this operation correctly. Like I said, we're downtown. We're in the city. The health department loves what we do. The liquor authority, we've had no issues with them ever. So.
And I think we're confident enough in the brand and we're comfortable enough to put whatever exit language in there that works for you guys, that we don't think we'll need an exit, but whatever works for, you know, the town and makes everybody comfortable enough to bring us in, that if, you know, worst came to worst, like you said, your examples, that if you needed a way to terminate, then that's okay.
And we've held meetings in the past when we first went down there years ago, because there was tenants around. So we held meetings in the past. They all came down. We fed them. We gave them food. We explained it to them, and it just kind of made everybody's life a little easier, honestly. And then they ended up being, you know, customers. They were down there all the time. So.
You know, I wasn't against last year when we talked. I wasn't against the 5 year contract, but part of it was the negotiation of the price, the exit clause that you know, the former mayor put you in a bad spot. That's a nice way of saying it, right? Okay, but so I'd like to see this project go through because I was way excited for it. Like, I mean, it would, you know, we're looking for that spark that's going to generate business, you know, like Webster's Bistro or Canal Club or something that's going to spark. You know, Crazy Jakes could probably take credit for the Webster Street, you know, renovation, and then all of a sudden they went out of business. But look at what thrived out of that spark. You know, and this could be our spark because this bicycles are going to have something. It's
when we opened, we had Channel 2 there, we had Channel 4 there, the news was there, Channel 7. I mean, everybody was there. It was being ran all over the news for months before we even opened, and it really brought a lot of attention, a lot of people down there. We would be able to do the exact same, no doubt.
So what's next? What do you need from us?
Contract.
At least.
Couple quick questions.
Sure.
So is this the picture of it?
Correct.
No.
Yep.
Okay, it looks like a four-sided. So is the port side a small side?
This port side is the back side with the door where the employees go in.
The one one.
Yeah, it's just a little.
Just outside, yes. Employees are all on board with it, they wanna come to see.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
These employees, like, to be able to work, you know, with you guys in that location, in a Hawaiian shirt and serving margaritas and tacos for a couple months in the summer, it doesn't get it.
It's also like a good commute for them, you know, they don't have to drive downtown.
Okay, I was wondering if they lived downtown, so.
Yeah, no.
During rain days, what do you guys do?
Close up.
Just close up?
Close up.
Okay.
All today.
Could be open by single night.
We could be open.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
We can make to actually physically move that container. It is a company. They come, they hook it up. I think they could have it moved in position in probably less than 2 to 3 hours. It's not much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Just you, Mayor, the 3rd, we have a meeting the 17th. Right, and then the 3rd of March. And I know you're very busy, you, the attorney and your assistant, come up with a contract by the 3rd?
I think we could.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
something the
trying to
council
put it
wants
out.
to pursue. That's.
Better question is, and I think because they're the entrepreneurs here, what do you need from us to start your liquor license application? I know last time we spoke, you said you didn't need a full commitment, the whole 5-year contract. You needed like a letter of intent from the city to enter business with you, establish an address or some type, because that's gonna be a food truck. It's not an actual, you can't mail letters to that location. And then you said you could, something to do with your liquor license, was gonna be a spin-off of your Sweet Home location or something?
Correct. That's all you need is a letter of intent. You can take it to the liquor authority. They come out, they take pictures. You
Your dimensions and all that.
get all the dimensions.
I had a bar.
We use a company who's been doing it forever, SLA Solutions. I don't know if you know him. He comes out, he sends pictures in. It's not a very big pull. It's just literally a letter of intent. He comes, he takes pictures, and the ball's rolling, and we are in like that. And it's usually a 30 to 60 day turnaround.
Your record with the SLA is good then.
Oh God, yeah. It's not.
That's huge, because you got next, they drag feet.
No doubt. Yeah, no, we have, this is our 3rd location and we are completely compliant and everything's been great. We just opened in Lancaster last year. That one got open with no issues.
As a food truck?
As a brick and mortar. But I mean, it's under the same
License.
application name, license.
So you have 2 locations, right? 3.
Correct.
So 1 truck down by Riverworks or opposite Riverworks, and then 2 brick and mortars, Lancaster and Sweet Home in Maple.
Correct.
So you're gonna still only be 3 locations, you're just moving 1.
Correct.
I was all for it last year. I thought this really would have changed the downtown.
You're a heck of a salesman. You're a heck of a salesman.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
No, I know.
walking with the sneakers and measuring out. I take measurements. It's been great.
With any objection to that timeframe, man?
No.
So we'll look at that he'll negotiate with you, and because our attorney's back, what, Thursday?
Is a letter of intent possible? Is that something?
I can check with the attorney on Thursday. Well, he won't be in Friday.
Sure.
So we can figure out if you send me exactly what you need.
Awesome.
Even if you send it to me ahead of time, I can send it to him. He's been checking emails and different things, so.
The letter of intent have the prices on there, of what you're looking to enter into at what cost, like
Sure. I mean,
5-year contract at X amount per year?
I'm an open book. If we're somewhere around, I mean, I know that, I think I told you before in the past, we were like $8,000. I mean, if this has to go up to like $11,000 a year, I would sign that contract. No problem.
Keep going, I like that idea.
I think 11.
I think we, if I remember correctly, it was 7,500 a year on a 3-year.
Correct.
And that was without water and electric, but now you're gonna go water and electric, but you're paying for it to have it, to run the line.
I was hoping that the 11,000 would be all together, so we didn't have to break it all out and
So
everything.
you're gonna pay us 11,000 a year to lease it, and does that include the storage for the winter month when you close it up and just leave it there?
No, Bill.
So this is a negotiation that I should be having with him?
Questions?
Like I said, we're here to work with you guys. I mean, we're here to create a partnership and be a very, very excited partner to be down there and
Yeah,
enjoy.
It would sit all winter though, right? It would sit down there all winter.
That would be the most ideal.
Right.
If it had to move, like I said, it's a couple hours and we could get it out of there, but then we'd have to bring it down and we'd have to do all that stuff. So, but it would be much easier, I think, for everyone to just have it there.
Correct, I don't want to speak for you guys, correct me if
Situation, like in any growing partnership, we would implement like an increased schedule that we agreed to, if things are going well, like, we don't expect to, come in and stay stagnant. Like, if things are going well, the partnership is growing, we would want that in the contract, So it's not meant to come in and.
It's all up to him. then.
So one of the things we talked about was in the winter, if you were to leave it down there, everything disappears except for the grate. The fencing,
It all
the
goes-
turf, all the picnic tables, everything's gone. It's just a container sitting there.
Correct.
And then come spring, you come back out, reopen, and it, like I said, painted and everything and start the year. So it basically goes dormant from November to.
Unless you wanna turn it into an ice bar and then you can come in and have some wine in there, right? Or a nice rink, there you go. Correct.
Just like all of
There you go.
Oh, you're operation board.
Year-round bike riding.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I can tell you this, if the mayor put forward a letter of intent or needed a resolution for it, I would be all for this program here.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions?
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hopefully great partners.
Do you need your copies back?
No, we're okay.
Very
Thanks
good.
for handouts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Great to see you. Enjoy the cold.
We will.
I think we're ready for the executive.
You want to go around the room first? It's up to you, whatever you want. And then
No, no,
because
no.
people don't have to wait if you go
I
around.
haven't. Any other comments?
Around the room? Sure. Going around the room. You got anything?
No, I just, I commend all our workers in the city putting up with this weather. Been tough, but they do well. Our employees do well. They don't need no microphone, you know that. Not even good tonight. But yeah, I appreciate that. As I say, there are a couple of concerns, as Bill had stated and Mr. Simon stated about sidewalks. Get these sidewalks shoveled. It's been a difficult time. We're dealing with some businesses now that have put 6, 7, 8 foot snow piles on the sidewalk. We're dealing with them and they're doing a great job cleaning those up. And that's all I have, Mr. Fisher. Oh, the mayor first. Go ahead. I want to go first.
I have a few things for you. We met with the Tonawanda Housing Authority, and they have an unbelievable project coming up. If anybody's been down Dodge Street, they're building a $25 million senior housing building. And then phase 2 is approximately $125 million where they're going to rehab every building in the housing authority. It's pretty exciting. They're excited about it. And I think it'll be great for the residents and great for our city. One of the things that I wanted to bring up to the council, and it came from the treasurer. We are having problems because you won't let them pay bills until it's passed here. We are getting late fees on electric bills and gas bills. I understand the oversight that you want, but once it is passed in the budget, giving him the authority to pay the bills, if you have a question afterwards, you can question it and we can get to the bottom of it. But to bog down the system to only pay bills 2 days a month or where he can run the checks is costing us money. And to me, I'm not sure if there was a reason why previous councils had it set up that way. Adam, is he still here?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add with that?
So Ed, what do you want us to do? I pass a resolution to pay the bills without?
That was actually, so obviously you had.
Yeah.
So previously you were running checks and then you guys were approving bills. Well, that creates a scenario where I could possibly send the check out, cash the check cash by our vendor, and then I come here and you guys vote the resolution down or vote that specific bill down, and now I look at you guys and I say, money's gone. So I didn't want to put myself in that position. So if you guys want to keep approving the bills, I'm gonna wait until you guys give me approval to pay any money here, because I'm not gonna put myself in that position of, sorry, the money's already gone.
We went through, my question is, we went through this before with the bills. When we asked about the authority, I think it came up when I asked about printing a resolution. I asked the city clerk to post a public notice to put up a no standing sign. And the argument came up that I didn't have the approval of the whole council to vote on it to ask a publication for $30. So then the question was, well, why does the police department buy a police car without the approval of the council? Why does the fire department buy a pair of boots without the approval of the council? And then the answer was, well, it's already in the budget. And then we went back and forth with, well, it's in the budget for printing under council and it's under publications for council. So somebody should be able to ask the city clerk to do that out of our budget. But if the fire department needs a pair of boots, the fire chief doesn't have to ask us for it because it's in his budget already. So it was kind of like have your cake and eat it too scenario where it was like, well, it's okay for this, but not okay for that. And that's kind of how we end up splitting it. Please.
So the fire chief, just to build on your example, bought a pair of boots and you came here and that bill got denied, I would cut the check for it and you would have to return those boots. So you do have the oversight because those boots are not paid for. Yes, they're ordered.
Yep.
When we get a bill, we get invoice for them, but they're not physically paid for until the council.
But they're ordered from Gauls, hence a bill.
You return your calls.
If they're used.
I would hope they wouldn't be used until they're paid for and approved.
So that's, I think, how we got to where we are now, was the bills are supposed to be paid out of the budget. If the budget says that the fire chief has X amount of money in his equipment budget, hypothetically 10,000, if he decides to buy $10,000 pair of boots, that's up to him, and then he runs the budget zero. But you would hope your department head wasn't going to do that. So why do we do it this way? Did we pass a resolution requiring this? Like, how did this come about?
So late 24, we started putting resolution 2 that's on the meeting here.
Yep.
It's every meeting now. I was asked to start putting that back on. And like I said, it went through a couple times when I was paying checks on the front end and then getting approval on the back end. But I saw that I was opening myself up to that liability of the money could literally physically be gone. And I come to this meeting, you guys tell me we need that back.
So what do you need from us to fix it?
I guess the authority to just pay things as long as it's within the budget.
So how do we give you the authority? We pass another resolution?
I guess you probably just don't have to do resolution 2, be my suggestion.
There's no code, right? Is it a code?
Well, my suggestion would be that
It's really.
my answer is, my question is to the mayor, then could you add to the list of the things to ask the city attorney, do we need to pass a resolution to fix it, or can we just go back to paying the bills without late payments? Then once you get an answer, Adam, if you need something, bring it to us. You can call me, I'll sponsor something if you need it. If not, just fix it.
You good? Okay. We had a meeting with the water keepers. They're along with Greenway. They designate waterway trails. They came in and had a meeting with us, and they were the first ones in a month that came in and offered to give us something instead of ask for something. It was a great meeting because everyone else just wants more money. But the water keepers would like to start, they call it a blue line trail, and they mark it. They have 4 locations they want to put signs at marking the trail. They would completely pay for the signs and the installation. So there's really nothing to us. There's pictures with where the 4 signs are. I just wanted to bring it up to you to make sure everybody was okay with that. In the future, there could be some opportunities to leverage some money. They talked about maybe a kayak launch, help rehab in Eastern Park. But it was a great meeting. They're really involved with the waterways. And I think this is a great first step.
I got a question for you. So these signs that they want to put in, I saw the style of them. We already have a bunch of that style sign in the law. I want to park. We know where the existing signs are. I know there's like one with the sledding hill is. They have a.
Right, but I think this is unique to what they're doing with the waterway.
Right, but it's going to be the same. Like if we have a sign and then 10 feet later we have another sign, it's just going to be a hodgepodge of this style sign.
So the locations they marked were because with the new regulations with floodplains and everything else, their explanation to us was that they can't come in and put a concrete pad and put a sign on it. They need existing cement, existing blacktop to do that, to not get in trouble with the new regulations. So they went through and tried to find the places that they could do that and have the most visibility. It was entrances to parks and different things. That's why the ones like on the fishing dock, because they had to do that. So they scouted the location and they felt these were the best spots, but there's a couple where there's 4 or 5 signs. That's the reason. The one they wanted to do closer to the pedestrian bridge, but with the construction coming up, it would have gotten taken out. So
overall, I like the idea.
This was
anything, especially you put a food truck down there.
This was their suggestion. This is where they wanted the sign.
So this is for boats or for walking? Walking, walkers. Yeah, once you park your boat at our where our bridge is, right? And then you got the walkway, because then that walkway takes you down behind City Hall to the band show and tacos and margaritas could be. So it's the path. See anywhere else to leave a boat. That makes this makes sense. I like it.
Papa Granni's, we had one thing that's gonna come up, Dave Franzak from DPW, with the storms we've had, the overnight parking. He was hoping to increase it from 12 to 6. Dave, is that, I don't think we can pull it together for snow removal this year. But if you wanna just tell them what you wanted real quick.
Road, in the morning, we bring crews in for our overnight shift at 11 PM, work the overnight, and, you know, there's still cars all over the road, so I'd like to up that to come off the road at midnight. We can clean the streets better.
You mean when the ban goes into effect in November or December, whenever the mayor sets it?
Yeah.
I mean, technically you can, once we do it, you can do it. We've already passed that resolution. You can.
That's to waive it, but the hours for all the entrances.
Blanket, I mean, city attorney's not here.
Well-
I'm sure that's a blanket and it says adjustable by the mayor due to weather or other foreseeable conditions. I think that
It's on
That's a
signs,
whole
though.
ordinance.
I think it's on signs.
Yeah, we have to change signs. There's a cost with it. Every
Put a-
every entrance to the city has a sign that says no parking from,
2 to 6, October 1st to March 31st. But the mayor waives it. The last mayor waived it until like November. We didn't change the sign.
He's waiving the hours.
The hours though, I mean, people need the communication, right?
Yeah, but he could put the hours back he could switch it to midnight to 6 during the storms. And if end of February stuff starts to melt, he doesn't have to run snow crews, right? So then you'd be back to 2 to 6 again. It would just be temporary for like the month of January, February. That's what the resolution was designed to do, is have a temporary effect at the whim of the mayor. I think we should look at the verbiage of that resolution. That was designed for,
Again, temporary.
it's temporarily change the hours.
Residents need to know, so
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Right.
Regardless if it's temporary or not, if they don't know, they don't know.
Correct.
Another one with the attorney.
Another one with the attorney, because
I don't know.
if you do change it to midnight for the month of January and February, if we're not gonna lift it early in March, but go back to a 2 to 6 until March 31st, you have that flexibility. That's the whole reason that resolution was very vague and open like that, was for the mayor to have full flexibility with it.
But I don't think you can keep changing the time. I think we have to set it in the winter time. It's gonna be,
The
can't
whole
park
time.
on the street from
Yeah.
12 to 6, whether it's snowing or not.
Yeah.
But we don't change the ordinance and the signs for the days. What I'm saying, the sign specifically says October 1st to March 31st.
Right.
And sometimes the mayor will write a letter that says delayed until November 15th. We don't change the sign. We just do our best to put out the public notice there on social media, the clerk's page, and different notices. But we don't actually change the sign. So if
Yeah,
you change,
that's a different direction. You gotta understand. People are getting something instead of getting something taken away. So you're going in two different directions.
but one of the reasons why we did the resolution like that was if we have a snowstorm past March 31st anticipated, or bad weather before October 1st, we can actually extend it. It was designed for that reason, to be by weather.
But it was extended from that 2 to 6.
Extended to shortened. We never spoke about hours. We always spoke about days, but it fits the,
Let the residents know it's too confusing. I don't
Yeah.
know, do it. Well, I park in my car. I didn't know it's.
as long as you're not ticketing though. As long as
Well,
you're not
that's
ticketing.
the problem. They'd be ticketing that.
So if you
Because they want to clear the streets, they're gonna start ticketing.
12 to 6
The-
during the, what is it?
Winter months,
October
yeah.
1st to May.
That'd be the cleanest way to do it.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, that's gonna be a heavier lift. You gotta do the public hearing, you gotta do the ordinance change, it's a whole bunch.
Or like
But if you wanna start the ball on it,
We get it done this year, but we could definitely get it in place for next year.
absolutely, right, that's what I mean. You're never gonna get it done this year. But
Yeah,
you can
because-
do it to have it in place by the October 1st deadline. And then if he keeps pushing past October 1st, then you would just, when he does turn on the overnight ban, it would be midnight to 6, whenever that does start. That could be it.
Yeah, because if people don't understand that 12 o'clock, the next thing you know, the parked car, we got 2 feet of snow or a foot of snow, they start towing them. You want to see unhappy residents? Go down on Young Street and listen to that.
Have they ever towed before?
Yeah.
Police department, have they ever towed for snow removal ordinance? I know you guys ticket them. Just a ticket, they don't.
Or a ticket.
Still a
They're
ticket.
gonna make this.
They write a ticket and they go around.
all right, the last thing I have for you is just kind of a little bit of a public notice. They are going to be fixing the culvert at Fletcher and 2 Mile. And we have to do a public outreach for that. And part of that public outreach is within so much of an area, the engineering department or who he designates will be sending out letters to those homeowners. And then he'll be doing, putting it on the website, and he may ask us or you folks with the Facebook accounts to blast it out so as many people know it. It's a detour for the bike path, and it's regulated, and it's almost, according to Jason, more complicated than detouring the traffic. But you have to do all this to how we're going to detour the bike pedestrian traffic on the bike path when that closes and that culvert's down. So he just wanted the public to be aware of it and to know that that's coming in case a resident reached out to you and said, what's this letter about? What's happening? And that you knew about it. That's all I have.
Chris Fisher gives back this week, went to the Western New York Freedom Lounge inside the Buffalo Airport. Our Buffalo Airport doesn't have a USO, for those who are familiar with the USO. The USO lounge inside the major airports, we don't have one, but we do have the Veterans Freedom Lounge. So that's where I sent the check this month. Thank you to the police department. I know you went out of your way for the Girl Scouts. Hopefully they had a good time with the Girl Scouts. That's good that you can showcase some of the good work you guys do. If DPW needs a problem with this 12 to 6, let us know. We'll do it because, you know, people are happy when they wake up in the morning and see the streets plowed. I know you do a lot of overnight stuff. So that's all I got.
This is great.
I've been on the traffic board for, I think, maybe 6 or 7 years. And one of the complaints that we always have was the council doesn't meet the minutes of the traffic committee. And last September, we had a request for an autistic child sign, and it still isn't up. So I talked to the district attorney. Our big question was, we put up these signs for autistic kids or whatever, and then they're up forever. So I asked Mark if he would draw up first of all, an application that we could have people fill out if they wanted a sign. And I called him back and I said, let's do it for a deaf child or a blind child, so that if there is a need for these signs, people can come into the city clerk's office, fill out a form, get a certification from their doctor, go on file, and then we can put up a sign. Okay, there's people on, I think it's Fletcher Street, have been waiting almost a year for their sign. My question is, do we need a resolution to put up a sign like that, or can we just take it upon ourselves to put up a sign?
Need a resolution.
Okay,
but you can do it with a simple majority of 3-2. We sorted that one out.
Well, at the next meeting, we'll put it, if it's all right, then we want to have a resolution on to do this. And I'm not on the traffic board anymore, but when you get the minutes, if you don't want to read them all, look what affects your ward, because those people are asking for things and plus they're never being addressed.
I'd like to comment on that. I do read the minutes. The last December meeting that I read the minutes for, there was only 2 people present, 1 member of the police department, 1 member of the fire department. The 2 Republican members of the Republican committee resigned from the traffic safety board after the election. And some of the minutes on there or some of the business is still from 2024 complaining about my do not block driveway sign, which is an informational sign that they still want taken down, which is why it's a 3-2 simple majority for an informational. And that's why when you want to put up one of these children's signs, that's all we have to do is pass a simple resolution together. So if they want to be taken seriously, hopefully someone can rebrand that traffic safety board and keep up to date stuff. Complaining about stuff that was passed in 24 by the previous council is not doing them a service.
You should talk to them, not me.
I know, but I read the minutes and I just go garbage and I move on to the next email.
That resolution, that's a whole nother issue. I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but these are things that need to be done. And we need these signs for the kids. And then my thought is that the clerk's office can keep them in a file, and maybe we'll have on here that they have to renew it every 3 years, every 5 years. There's an age limit for these signs. I think it's when the child reaches 18, you can take the sign down. We have signs in areas where they've moved and there's been no control. So I just like to put, now for the procedure, do we need a resolution?
That I don't know. If you put up a resolution requesting an informational sign regarding an area, such as these children's signs, you put up a resolution asking the council for support, passes 3-2, you get your sign. Then you talk to the DPW 10 days after the mayor signs it.
I'm talking about procedure to follow to fill out the form and stuff like that.
I don't think so, because you could just, your procedure could be a resident comes to you and says,
Ms. Gregg, I'm having a problem. I need to sign. And you say, okay, and I'll put it up for my constituent and you bring it to us. You really don't even need the procedure. The procedure is nice though, like you said, so we can keep accountability of where these things are and how we can remove them.
Say to the people, go to the clerk's office and fill out
I
a
know.
form, take care.
Also, what I like, I don't know if you had input on that, but I did like is it requires a letter from the physician. So you don't just have people saying, well, my kid this, my kid that, here, I want to sign here, there and everywhere. Right, you have some accountability as far as what they're requesting and why. So I thought that was a great addition to it. And then, like you said, any member of that ward, so if Mario calls and says, we have one of these requests and it happens to be on Grove Street, I can sponsor the resolution. If it happens to be in your ward on Adams Street, you can sponsor it. It doesn't have to be person specific. We can, when these requests come in, and we can make contact with these, with the residents who need this help.
But in the past, once the request comes in and the board says, yeah, we want to put a sign up, doesn't go anywhere.
You're talking about the traffic safety board.
Yes.
I think over the last 2 years, I don't want to speak for everybody, but my flavor towards the traffic safety committee has completely changed. After fighting with them over that do not block driveway informational sign, after being fed bad information.
We could talk about that at another time.
But after doing all the research and dealing with the city attorney and doing everything, finding out that an informational sign, we have a budget for signage too, that's drastically underutilized. And, you know, that became a fiasco. So that's why I'm glad we're able to help you with a simple majority.
Okay, I got a couple other things. I'd like to request, and I don't agree from Adam, a monthly report for the budget and have it show how much was budgeted, how much was spent on each line and how much is left in the budget. And then in February, it'll be how much was budgeted, how much has been spent to date, how much was spent in February, how much is left. That way we can keep an eye on the budget month to month. We can call it a budget monitoring report. And if something's way off kilter or we see a line in there that, you know, we budgeted $10,000 and it's March and we've spent $9,700, what are we gonna do? Call our attention to it. So, Madam, if you could take care of that. And the next thing I'd like is a list of all the vehicles that the city owns. All the police cars, there's a lot of cars out in the parking lot of City Hall. And who they're assigned to. I know the police chief gets a car, the fire chief gets a car, I know other people get a car. I'd like a list for all of us. I don't know if that would come from the city clerk or from the treasurer's office. I don't know who keeps track of that. And I would also like a copy of the policy for city vehicles. If there's especially take-home vehicles, how they're accounted for. I'd like that for everybody, please. And I think that's all. I want to thank the DPW. You did a great job keeping the streets clear. And stay well. Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anything I asked for? Okay.
Thanks. JB?
Yeah, lots of discussions going on here. Just want to make sure we have clear delineation between formal and informal. There's discussions for formal, discussions for informal. So let's just make sure that's clear moving forward, you know, with minutes and everything else. So that, you know, gets a little tripped up with this new setup that we have here. Thanks again to the DPW, police, fire for everything you've done so far. And congratulations. And we're honored to have Jay Lamanico as our reappointment for the next 4 years. So appreciate it.
I think to comment back to you on the way we do the council meeting in this room, the informal, the half hour, that was all individual suggestions from everybody here. I just compiled it. If you think something can be done better or changed, please send it. We can always amend those rules. That can be moved. Simple majority 3-2. We could just redo that. If you don't like the time, if you think it starts too early, too late. I do like the suggestion that it came from Ms. Gregg, was the hard line in the sand was 7. And then what we came up with was the 6:30, because during the summer, so as we come in at 6 o'clock, by 6:20, you're done with the informal. So then what happens, you either have to wait around for 40 minutes or they just go right into the formal. So then people show up at 6:45 for the 7 o'clock formal, and we're already getting in their cars leaving. They're like, I missed the whole meeting. So we're trying to do a balancing act. If you got some way to improve it, please, let's have that conversation as a council.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, moving along. Okay, it's just we need this cutoff, right? Around the room informal, around the room informal. You know, what discussions we're having at what time. That's all.
That's all you got?
Yep.
Make a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
And I mean, that goes back to what we had down.
Right.
what I mean?
We have a second.
Well, then now they're on the record.
Have a second.
Malfest isn't. I second it, but.
Clerk. Overall.
Mario Calderon.
Beasley,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Greg, Boyce,
Aye. Mayor, executive session.
Okay, we gotta go. I gotta get going. I gotta be gone. 62:38. Barbie. It was 20 to 7, 62:48. Democrats in the public hall. 62:38. So.
Yeah, they went to pause special. I asked the same thing. Yeah, be about it would be on the other side. Not behind. Yeah, so there's, you know, well, yeah. Between the bathroom and yeah, backside. It honestly doesn't. It's because you do because I made sure you know it's on the backside. But like one of my first questions when they because they changed No bills answered. It's been 2 years. Yeah. As opposed to favorite Chris. And I understand my hat. That's a we all know. I will have the house for stop. I work with you. You guys have a right. You know, for some of the no, not at all. Well, you know, what we started. I'll say yeah, so all right, I didn't see him at the meeting last night. I'm like, oh yeah, well, come on, give us a thing. I played the same down the first one ever accepted that. Maybe the first one, but I don't like I got an electric one.
I'm telling you, put them on a fair one. I love the idea. We're very close. It's just that, I don't even make it. Thank you. Way up here. Isn't it? I'll see you guys again. I'll see you in a bit, so that you guys. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's totally. Yeah, it's not anything there. So, I mean, one thing I understand. There's people trying to do stuff, about carrots. How do they pot? Yeah, you get the thing with your cats. The whole thing's good. Yeah, he looks like he's not married. He looks like he needs one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Only speak to guys. Appreciate it, thank you. You shouldn't have said. That's what she said. I thought. Yeah, I was like, I would say that I'm like, look, I wasn't kind of. Yeah, it's people. I think he just had bullshit. But he. And I didn't want to feel like I blocked this party either. Ready to be a part of it. All right. I hope it goes through. Thank you very much. Hi, boys. Yeah. Congratulations. Let's look at the players. That's great. But I went to the board. I can credit applies. Just I just thought, yes, I have a couple. But I have
look at that, so. Work. Yeah, I heard about that. It's also too much. It's what's all is that? Yeah. Yes. It's what I want. So take a look at this. Right, that's one turtles. Yeah, Jesus, it's down in the. There's a. Yeah. It's, he said, he was.
That's a staff lecture from Northwest Community Center. Program. Lisa, she was so excited when I told her I seen her the other day. She called up. Did she call? Get back, but she's not really in here. That's right. Yeah, she does a great job. She was talking highly. I like Lisa. So I'm not sure if that's the same line, but I don't know what people do. I don't think that's probably. There is. I go. Very, very well. Last. You speak text. Hey, Katie told me well, that was on your desk, but Katie said it was on up. Huh? Oh, from. Oh, okay. Oh, there's some. Didn't we let you guys do this something? Did you let me know? Okay. Was there any flowers in the chicken? We thought, yeah, well, no, she does keep her up. Oh.
Yeah, still recording. Yeah, still recording. Yep.
Chisel?
Yeah.
I'll just drive it.
You sure? All right.
Yeah, right.
All right, I just gotta make a motion that it's still on.
I'm not sleepy, so.
Can we make it German or not?
Yes. Mario, are you there?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
rolling.
Well, we're gonna make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I will second. Seconded by Mr. Fisher. Well, he has to call
Call the roll.
I don't have to call the roll for this, but okay. Sheasley.
Okay.
Fisher.
Aye.
Greg.
Aye.
Voice and A.
Perfect. Thank you.
Aye. Got it. Meeting adjourned.
I will tell you this.